Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to commend Chairman Royce and Ranking Member Elliott Engel, both of you, this Congress and your leadership. And Chairman Royce, we're going to miss you as we move on to the end of this Congress. I do rise in support of this bill, the Trans-Sahara Counterterrorism Partnership Act. This bill will strengthen our counterterrorism operations in Africa, an area where the threat of terrorism is rapidly rising. While our attention has been focused on the Middle East, terrorism in Africa has spread. Our military successes in Iraq and Syria has splintered ISIS, squeezed terrorists out of the Middle East, and sent them fleeing to Africa. And the numbers, Mr. Speaker, are alarming. On the eve of 9/11, it's important to point out that al-Qaeda, on the eve of 9/11, only had a few hundred followers. Today, it's estimated that 10,000 ISIS and al-Qaeda jihadists have established bases across the continent. Along with other existing terrorist organizations, such as Boko Haram, terrorism is taking hold in Africa and prohibiting its prosperity. My bill, which I introduced with my friend Mr. Keating, authorizes for the first time a program called the Trans-Sahara Counterterrorism Partnership. This program works with countries such as Chad, Mali, Nigeria, to build their capacity to conduct counterterrorism operations and strengthen the rule of law. Furthermore, my bill requires the State Department, USAID, and the Defense Department to work together to develop a counterterrorism strategy in Africa. By taking a multifaceted approach, we may be able to prevent terrorism from gaining a larger foothold in these countries. So again, I'd like to thank Mr. Keating, Chairman Royce, Ranking Member Engel, for all of your support in this important legislation. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.